Jermaine Burton transferring to Alabama, is that an upgrade at wide receiver with a standout in Jermaine Burton? He didn't do too bad this year, and he's not that bad of a receiver. I think he's got good arms. He's very well built. He's got good mechanics and speed. He's a sophomore. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds. That's an even build right there. He's from California. War number 7. 26 receptions, 497 yards, 5 touchdowns for him at Georgia. Had a 57-yarder in the Orange Bowl. You see here, good ball placement for Stetson on that play, but he's got good speed. He can accelerate and get in front of a defender like that. Honestly, I think I'm excited for it. As an Alabama fan, I'm excited to see him come to Alabama. You also got to think with guys like Mechie or whoever going to the draft.
Ballard.
We could use a transfer like this. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I know about Jermaine Burton, and I made a little bit of a video motivating Georgia fans, and it didn't sit well with some Alabama fans in my comment section.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Is there anything let's go ahead and clear this up. How did Georgia fans feel about Burton? He wasn't that bad of a receiver.
He wasn't reliable.
I think no, he was a good player. I think
He just wasn't reliable. He couldn't come through big games like you didn't know when he was going to catch.
Okay.
But he'll be good with Bryce Young in Alabama.
I think this thing, it'll help Alabama a lot, but it doesn't hurt Georgia. We have our receivers. We have plenty of receivers.
Yeah. But not experience. I mean, but I have
Adonai Mitchell, Dominic Blaylock, Karis Jackson, Arian Smith. It doesn't hurt Georgia. It's more of a thing that helps Alabama.
There's two teams. There's 2 teams that I noticed. But I mean, there's others out there, but the 2 main ones are Georgia and Bama. Because of how y'all recruit, it's next man up mentality if a guy goes down or leaves the program, and basically fine. You don't have them. And that's where Georgia is. So losing a player or two, like when y'all lost George Pickens, I made a joke. I'm like, oh, you lost the best receiver, the one you kept talking about, you wouldn't shut up about, and you're screwed. I knew that wasn't true. You had a guy such as Jermaine Burton. I mean, you have guys that step up and can, like, losing a guy like this, I mean, the only thing that you can say is, oh, he's going to the Crimson Tide. But outside of that, it doesn't hurt that you lose him. What's up, Jeff?
It hurts a little bit, but, you know.
Yeah, I agree. You know, of course, going to Alabama, I mean, he's probably going to be more effective. He has a problem with separation. But the problem, though, let me say this real fast for y'all. I don't know if it was him or Cortez Hankton, because I think Cortez Hankton sucks as a wide receivers coach. I think he's the worst, and Brian Kelly's going to find that out. But, you know, but here's my whole thing. Do I think he'll be more successful at Alabama? Sadly, I think he will. I mean, Alabama's got players if he can find his way in the depth chart. Again, he's going to have to find that consistency. Nick Saban preaches that a lot in T-Town.
Right.
I mean, and there's a lot of games.
You know, I'll go ahead and say this. I hate to cut you off, but, you know, a lot of schools out there will take a transfer and automatically put him on the field. It is not a given that he can transfer to Alabama and be a day one starting wide receiver. He's got to earn his way, because we got other guys in that room that we've personally have been working with JoJo Earl, Ja'Cory Brooks. I mean, Ugga Boy, I've mentioned some of these guys to you. He's got to work his tail off and get on that field on his own.
We'll see Jermaine Burton in the SEC championship game. I'm pretty sure
he does. But Ballard, I think we all know that Jermaine Burton's probably going to be starting for you week 1.
Oh, I would pretty much agree with that. What's up, Jeff? How you feel about this transfer?
Oh, what's up, Jeff?
How you doing?
It's funny to me that the Georgia people are saying how this isn't that big a deal that they're losing Burton when he's the best receiving talent they had returning besides Bowers.
Yeah, but he
Well,
just
I
wasn't
mean,
consistent. That's the problem. Like he
Yeah.
was okay.
the only
So
thing I would worry
We
about
got
though
other
is
receivers.
that
That's all we're saying.
if Georgia and Alabama are truly the next, like the two best programs right now and everything, the only thing that I would be worried about, we don't need Jermaine Burton, but trust me, Bama might use him in ways, and who knows
Well,
what Bill O'Brien or whatever is gonna like. You have to defend that next year if we meet up again in the
oh yeah.
SEC title.
right,
Well,
Because
that's
right.
what I'm
y'all
saying. I
are,
Right.
think
The thing is
Jermaine
that
Burton will be better at Alabama.
Yeah, Burton's
yeah,
gonna be.
he'll probably realize his potential more at Alabama because he's got
A real quarterback.
he's got a
But
real
damn
quarterback to
sure,
throw him the
Yeah.
ball. Yeah,
but I can tell you this: he damn sure ain't going to see the field in 18 months if he only has 3 games that he shined in Georgia. If he does to Alabama, Mississippi
Yeah.
State, UAB, and Michigan. Other than that, he's non-existent.
Yeah,
He
So
might be.
that's true.
I know we're
yeah.
all upset
I
that
mean,
Burton.
he's going to have to earn his playing time at Tuscaloosa because just because he's a 4-star, just because he came up for the transfer portal, that won't mean anything to Saban. Saban will start anybody if he thinks they're gonna that player's gonna help him win. I mean, he'll skip a senior to play a freshman if he thinks that's what's going to help the team.
Yeah, that's true. But I look, honestly, as a Bama fan, I mean, I'm not getting uppity about this. I'm not pissed about it. I just kind of look at it like, oh, welcome aboard, welcome to T Town,
Yeah,
and see what you can do. Because I don't know,
yeah.
I don't know if I've personally have seen enough, and maybe he's one of those. Because you also got to think about this. Before this year, y'all were struggling to find an offensive identity, let alone a leader to help with receivers like Burton. So, I mean, he's only got the 1 year where you have Stetson Bennett throwing him the ball, and that's it. So now he goes to Tuscaloosa where Alabama and Nick Saban have figured out some offense. You got Bill O'Brien, which I'm not even going to get into how I feel about him, but you got a Heisman winning quarterback in Bryce Young who's going to be throwing you the ball now, where we throw the ball more anyway. You better blend in and fit in right here.
You know,
Well,
I don't know why you keep mentioning Bill
look,
O'Brien because
Burton's got himself his natty ring, and
may have 2 coming
yeah,
up.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
fixing
yeah.
to.
He may have 2
That's
coming
why
up.
He may
That's
end
why
up
he
with
came
2,
here.
and he's thinking like all the 4 and 5 stars are. He ain't thinking about the helmet he's wearing. He's thinking about the helmet he's going to be wearing when somebody's handing him a fat paycheck. He's thinking about his
College,
NFL future. He's thinking about his NFL future, and
exactly. That's what
he
college
made
football talk
he
said.
made the decision that his
Yeah.
NFL future is brighter if he finishes in Tuscaloosa than if he finishes in Athens.
which it is because they have Bryce Young.
Right. Well, and you know, that's not saying, and college football talk kind of said that here. The reason why he went to Bama is if he plays well, he could get a shot to be an NFL player. And that's not saying that he couldn't have that at Georgia, but clearly he sees, hey, I could be a little bit better somewhere else. And he looks at Nick Saban and says, what's up, GOAT?
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah.
If I was Jermaine Burton, I've seen 2 years of that sorry offense that Georgia has. I would probably say goodbye to. Since 2018, Cortez Hankins basically run the program down the drain. Now it's up to Kirby, who we're going to get as a wide receivers coach. But I mean, you can't blame Jermaine Burton. He's wanting to be the top amigo, right? The dude has the athletic ability. Was he getting poor coached? Is he not that great, or is he really that good, better than what he performed? So we're going to see in year 3.
It's because we were mostly a running team. That's why we didn't see his potential.
You know what's so cool though? Let's not forget, and I think I didn't say it on here, I don't think, but I think I sent it to you, Brian. The other day I saw something where Jermaine Burton, along with JT Daniels, were trying to meet with Lane Kiffin in Oxford.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Ooh. Now,
Yeah,
there's still a possibility JT's going somewhere, obviously, because he's still in the portal. He's not coming to Bama, but Jermaine Burton's at Bama. Where JT Daniels is going to go, Ole Miss needs a quarterback with Matt Corral going pro. Hey, offensive line and Lane Kiffin. I mean, we know he's got something going there. I mean, that'll be something.